I'd leave the cap on then. Yeah. I met Michael Healy-Rae there in Killarney a couple of weeks ago, and he came up and he shook my hand. He said, obviously giving me a dig about how my hair is going light on top. He said, you'll soon need a cap like me.
Yeah.
I knew what he meant straight away.
Yeah.
Hope you fucking hit him, did you?
My friend.
He also gave me the special handshake, so I'm like,
Oh, did he? Yeah, the
he
little
did,
tickle.
He fucking did, yeah.
Did he? Yeah?
He fucking did.
No
What's
way.
that?
The boys, the whole.
Did he fucking
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Welcome to the Dan Stevens Show with Dylan McDonough.
Hello.
Special guest, very special guest with us today is Stephen the Cowboy Kelly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, lads, for having me.
No problem.
Great to have you.
Great to
to
have
have you.
I love the high tech setup. The whole works.
Look, dude.
No
We're in
expense
a
spared.
new age.
Yes.
It's just as well they can't see the other half of the room.
We'll go for a workout afterwards.
Yeah, we will. Maybe a game of golf.
A game of golf. Yeah.
It's the ultimate Instagram versus reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
which is a great point actually, because they're two polar opposites.
They are,
Yeah,
aren't they? Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah, I've been really looking forward to this. Stephen's of, I don't even know, he's of Hardy books, 3 books left, and now
Yes.
I would say you've paved your own way. You've made your own name.
I would imagine so at this stage.
I think so.
My haters love hitting me with the, you were only in Hardy books for like 6 minutes, in the whole thing shtick. I've never once you said, I was in the Hardy books. That's all everyone else.
Yeah.
But they love beating me with that shtick, especially
Right.
them. We'll say the leftists of the internet.
Right. Oh, do they?
Oh, jeez, yeah. Oh, God. There's a whole page set up on Twitter. Oh no, on Reddit.
Yeah.
And Martin Maloney hates it. Absolutely hates it, because they're always slagging me, Martin, a little bit of French toast, but mostly me and Martin.
Right.
From having views that would be more centre of left.
Yeah.
Or maybe right of centre.
You've
but
a
not
page
really.
all about you.
Oh yeah.
I'd
yeah,
be proud of
hate.
that.
Of hate. Yeah.
I'd be proud of that too. Yeah.
So
Don't look at it.
Shout out to the Reddit lads. I could not give a fiddler's shite.
There you go.
Are we allowed
cursing
this?
Are we allowed cursing
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
More the merrier.
Do you ever read it?
Nah.
No.
Only what gets screenshotted and sent to me.
Ugh.
I'm not even on Reddit.
Okay, good. Yeah. Because that would hurt.
Eventually, you're just like, I couldn't give a shite.
Couldn't give a shit.
No,
Yeah,
no.
good.
I get them on my own page. I get messages sent to, or comments. I never get, very rarely, you'll get a private message, because these are trolls. These don't want to be, these want to be heard or seen. And the only way they'll be seen is if I react to them. Now, some of them set me up for beautiful comebacks, and that's the ones that I tend to. And all I have to do is one comment back, and next thing, everyone jumps on them. So it's great.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not easy. Was it one of the things I was thinking about? I was planning on this podcast. I was thinking, how will I go about it? I'm not like a fucking RT broadcaster. I've been doing it years, But one thing I was curious about was, you have a big following online.
Yes.
And did that come on gradually, or was there a point where you saw it just taking a big?
That came on with a lot of effort. Like, I mean, it just didn't happen like that.
People think it happens like that, don't they?
Yeah.
But it's
Say
not
it
how-
again?
People think that it
No,
happens
no,
that
no.
way, but it's not how it
Like
works.
it's growing, but once it gets to a certain size, it nearly becomes self-fulfilling.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
does. It
Snowball.
Yes, it
I
snowballs.
was saying to that, it's like terminal velocity. You fall,
Yes.
and then you hit a certain
Yes.
speed, and then you can sort of
Yes.
glide
Yes.
with it a
Yes,
little bit.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
at that point. Yeah.
But the only thing, I could put up a post in an hour's time,
Yeah.
and I could get 2,000 followers, and then I could follow it up tomorrow morning with another one that's going to lose me to 2,000 again, because
Wow,
I'm just
okay.
a little bit controversial. But that's the way I am. And,
Right,
and
yeah.
the real people that are following are fans and really like you will always say.
Right,
And I've
okay.
had some of them from the very beginning. So
Right, okay.
they're the ones that'll buy the tickets to come see shows and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So they're the people that you want anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're delighted to have you on our show tonight.
Thank you very much.
Me and Dan Frisbee, you
Yes.
accepted to do our show,
Yes.
to headline it tonight and to step in.
Yes, really looking forward to it.
We're buzzing to have you.
Yeah,
and it's
good.
sold out quicker. It's our, I think our third or fourth show, third maybe, but it's sold out quicker than
Yes.
the other two.
Yeah, yeah.
any of the other ones.
Well,
But sold out very quick, which
yes.
is it's amazing. So what I was wondering was, it'd be it's a 55 seater.
Yeah.
Very small for you
Yes.
in relation to what you'd usually
Yeah.
do. Is the preparation different for say like what's the biggest show you've done?
I've 2,500 would be the biggest shows that I've done with Alan Clark. I've done 3 or 4 of them. Of our own shows in Sydney, close to 1,000.
Right.
Wow.
So that was good in Sydney. I do Sydney all day. The bigger the crowd, the better.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
absolutely love it. And I actually, people say, would I rather do a small show to a full house or a big room to only half full? I'd rather do the full house, no matter where it is. But I'd prefer if it was 2,500.
Yeah.
full.
Yeah.
And the more people that are there, the more energy I feel off.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you get the
energy is
rush?
incredible,
Yeah.
yeah.
What about the come down?
Come down is tough.
Yeah.
People don't realise that at all. People say as well that, you must have gone on a mad one after that show. And you're like, you could drink Oceans Dry and it wouldn't have the same hit as being on that stage.
because the adrenaline.
When you're coming down,
Yeah.
I feel the same.
you're coming down straight away as soon as you come off the stage.
Wow.
So it's just about landing the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to
really
do
is.
a lot of theatre, so I
Yes.
used to get that from
Yes.
theatre as well.
Yes.
But I suppose it's a different thing because when you're doing theatre, you're someone else.
Yes,
So then you're more coming back into yourself. But when you're comedy, I did a bit of comedy
I
now.
get you.
It's you. It's you.
Yes.
So it's more. I think it's more of a tightrope.
Yeah.
You know, like when
really
you're
is.
when you're acting, you're doing a tightrope, but still you have to remember all your lines. You still got all this stuff to juggle, but you're over like a small pit.
Mm-hmm.
But in comedy, you're between the twin. You're that French dude. You know what's his name?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Very good.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
get much hecklers in the old theatre, would you?
No, you don't. You do get some.
Do
but
you?
Just because they
Would
don't
you?
know. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
2 of my friends
What are you
came.
saying?
My mate Paulie from Dundalk and his wife Maria, both my mates, they came to see a Greek tragedy, right?
Okay.
So we're all
A Greek
dressed up.
tragedy?
Yeah, so we're speaking old English,
Yeah.
all of this sort of stuff, right? And I walk out, it's very serious. It's like, it's after, Troy, after the city has fallen.
Yeah.
It's called The Women of Troy, and afterwards it's about all the women who are left abandoned and what's going to happen to them, right? So I'm like, the soldier walks out, it's all serious, these women are all, and then they're in the back seat like, Dad! Hey! Dad, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yes.
Yeah. But that's the only heckling you get. It's like
Right.
people
Okay,
who don't
okay.
know how to
Christ.
act in a theatre.
Doesn't
Yeah.
go into the old Greek ethos of tragedy.
No, it certainly doesn't. Yeah.
Off with his head.
Yeah.
All right, Dan.
What's the worst heckle you ever got?
We're very good at quietening people down.
Oh, right, okay.
Now,
Yeah.
French Toast, one show in Skull
Yeah.
in West Cork.
Cork.
We were in a hotel, and there was a group of people that came in, and they were inebriated, a bond inebriation. And Pete warned them. He said, if like, I'll throw you out. So your man just kept at it, and he kept at it, and their friends weren't too bad, but they weren't stopping him either.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they'd come up to us at the beginning, and they were all mad for it. They were so excited.
Yeah.
And Pete stopped what he was doing, walked down, grabbed your man by the scruff of the collar, and out, and got security to drop him out. He said, and that goes for the other 4 years as well.
Jesus
Now,
Christ.
the funny thing is, he done it in a kind of funny way, but your man wasn't going to be allowed back in.
Yeah.
And halfway through the second half, the other 3 or 4 started again, and he went down, and he physically fired the 4 of them out himself.
No
Yeah,
way.
yeah, he did. He
Jesus
did.
Christ.
They were mad. There's sometimes hecklers add to it, but if
Yeah.
they keep going at it,
Yeah.
it's like I have this. That's why I had to start doing the warning at the beginning of every show.
Yeah.
I had to do a warning about being fished at.
Right.
What's that?
So basically, if you don't quieten down, you'll get fished after the show.
Oh, right.
Jokingly, I mean, we don't go around fishing people.
The location of the fist is not supplied. That's left to the imagination, is it?
There's a few dudes who's like getting louder. You're like,
yes,
no.
Yes. So that brings its own joke.
Maybe that's why we have two fists, is it?
Double whammy.
Jesus. Oh, very good. So did you come from far to here? Are you based in your home county of Mayo?
I went from Mayo to Sligo this morning up to Swords, where I done a quick video where I'm doing a show on December 11th in Peacocks. So I think it's a new venue there for comedy anyway.
Yeah.
And
great.
So we'll do that. Dave McSavage there, I think, a couple of weeks ago. And so we'll get that one done. And I done the video, and then I came down here, and then we're going down to Step In.
Step
In, Step Aside.
That's right.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, it didn't say on the address that it was Step Aside, so but I'm presuming that it was Step Aside when I was advertising it. So it's all good.
We'll step in and we'll step out.
Yes.
And then I'm doing a show with you next week in Laois as well.
Yes.
Should be good crack.
Port Arlington.
Yeah.
In the Anvil. So the Anvil would have been one of the first places that I done a bit of comedy with a man called Terry Norman, who would be local enough to that area. Actually, he's from Kildare, but Kildare, Laois, Offaly, and all them are kind of very close to each other.
Right.
And that's where we started off. So was that just after COVID had ended? 2020 really, because before the lockdown I'd only done a handful of shows. Like a handful of shows, so I was only getting into it, and next thing the lockdown
was that stand up you were doing?
Yeah. Well, the first live show I would have done was in Vicar Street with the Hardy Bucks, so that was like a play, but it was also it was a free play. You could add in bits and bobs. It was like a free for all, so that was very good. That's where I fell in love with it, and then got a few shows under the belt. Then lockdown happened. That's probably why I was so angry over lockdown, and that was probably good for the social media pages as well, because the more I was ranting, the more people were latching on, because they felt a frustration as well. Okay, so I was giving out about the government and everything, and everyone was like, give out about the government, yes, and videos were going viral left, right and centre, and they were for about a year after lockdown had ended. Everyone was on the same buzz, but then you kind of forget.
Good time to go viral, all right.
Oh yes. Yes.
Because of viruses.
Yes.
To go true. Took a while for the penny to drop there.
In so many ways. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
So the page kept going, and next thing, it's like pregnancy, I guess. The women forget about the pain after a length of time, and they want to go at it again. So people had forgotten, like, sure, the government aren't too bad after all. So I kept giving out about the government. So that's when I started to get into the controversy as well. But I'm like, no, this is how I really feel. Yeah. And now if there's a wrongdoing in the country, or indeed in the world, I highlight it and I give my opinion. I try to do it in a funny way, and if they don't like it, then get fucked.
Yeah.
Right.
I was extremely frustrated during that time as well.
Yeah.
I was very much, I don't know, I never knew. I have a very freedom oriented nature.
Yeah.
And the restrictions and the lockdowns and stuff just really went against my nature.
Yes.
And masks and all that stuff. I was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, and it was almost like the child in me came out again. I don't mean that I was being childish.
Yeah.
I just mean that my gut instinct and my gut instinct for freedom and for like, I can be my own man here.
Yes.
I can do what I can make my own decisions. Like, why all of a sudden am I not trusted to make my own decisions?
Yes.
That really frustrated me.
There was definitely a nefarious agenda. I the more I read into it, the more I realise that even my two sisters are starting to come to the conclusion that it was all a planned, like, martying of people. So it was. But it'll never be proven.
It's
100%.
extremely hard to prove, isn't
very,
it?
Very hard. No one ever.
Which is why it was done.
Yeah.
If it was done, whatever it was a crazy fucking time. And even the fact, to me, little things like the word lockdown being normalised as a word.
Yes.
To me, at the time, I was like, how is that a word now?
Yeah.
They just say it casually. Okay, lockdown. And like, that's a word now, is it? For free people. Wow.
Yeah.
You know.
And another thing is, which I don't want to frighten anyone, but this lockdown was predicted to gauge what people would do and how they would react
that's what I would have
to
thought.
an even bigger lockdown coming down the line.
That's what I thought it was. Well, I think it's for because basically disease has spread and wiped out most of populations constantly throughout human evolution.
Yes.
Black Plague came, knocked everyone out. So I think they were like, well, this is a mild one, we'll use it as a tester.
Yes.
Just for when the big one comes, then we know how to react.
Of course.
So in a way they were planning, but they were using us as puppets for the planning for the future.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a strange one.
Yeah, and it's stuff you can't prove, and then because you can't prove it, then people question your character.
Yes, of course.
You know, because they're like, prove it. And you're like, I can't. It's just my gut feeling.
There's an awful lot of people are conditioned to do whatever authority tells them. Never question it.
Oh, I definitely am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
programs.
Yeah.
Oh, deeply.
Programs,
Yeah. I'm fine. I was fine with lockdown.
Yes.
Well, you see, I was early in recovery, so I was terrified of the world.
Yes.
So actually being in lockdown really suited me.
Yeah.
Because I was able to hide away from the world, get myself back on track, and then come back into the world. So in fact, it actually really suited me. Now it did.
French Trust was the same. He loved lockdown.
It did affect me, and I'm only seeing the effects of it now in terms of isolation. I isolate a lot more now. I eat shitter food now.
Okay.
I don't exercise as much since then because I just got used to being at home. But for me, I was one of those. I was one of the first people I knew to buy masks and hand wipes. I remember going to people going, you should buy some fucking hand sanitizer. And they were like, oh, the corona, China. She's just been to China. And I was like, you watch, in 3 months we're all going to be locked out. No, we're not. And then a month later we were all locked out. I loved the fact that happened, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't love the fact that the lockdown happened worldwide. I do believe it was obviously launched from a coronavirus center. How that happened is a different thing.
Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that they told us that it didn't come from there because it was obvious that it came from there.
Yes, of course.
Okay, coronavirus has started in a place where they genetically modify coronaviruses, but it didn't come from there. What are you talking about? That's the only thing that really I went.
But people who are behavioral psychologists would know that people would be saying that. As well.
But
like once there's a story, then people can just be distracted. That's the story.
But that's the way to counteract that is to make them sound crazy by using the media to do that. And I'm not a conspiracy. I try and scientifically analyze it before anything. But when there's too many indiscrepancies and things just didn't make sense. Wear a mask, but you can take it off in the pub as long as you're eating. Didn't make any sense.
Right.
Things contradicted each other,
left,
right, and centre. But you couldn't go and visit your elderly, and people were dying alone in nursing homes, and only 10 people go to the funeral. Then it went up to 50 people. It was ridiculous.
And wash your hands 50 million times.
Ridiculous.
And people want to forget all about it now, like it didn't happen.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is very convenient.
Yes.
Anyway,
in terms of washing, when you shower, do you wash your legs?
Do you know what? It's very rarely I do the whole washing thing.
Same
right?
Here. I don't wash my legs.
I let the water kind of trickle down. And
I'm the same. Dan?
About every third shower, I'd say.
I get down to just past my arse cheek.
Yeah, same here. I get to about there.
Yeah.
Also, I have a cubicle shower.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do.
Yeah.
I can't bend down to get my feet.
Yeah.
But
well, my ours is a power shower and it's fairly strong one, but you're
okay,
100%
good
right.
to know.
Now, in saying that, I used to love baths. If I had a choice between a bath and a shower, I'd go for a bath.
No way.
Yes.
Really?
Even when I used to be in a rush, I'd wait and run the bath. Now because I've got so busy, I'm like, I better just keep starting to use showers.
Right.
Shower preferably.
Yeah.
But no, I would go into a bath at 12 o'clock at night.
No way. And how hot do you have it? Because I used to have
pretty hot.
Are you? Because I can't get into boiling hot water. I don't know. My skin isn't built for it.
I'd go into it. I'd put the. This is what people want to know, Dan.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking
I'd put the foot down, and if it was if I could manage the pain, I knew if I got into it, and eventually your body would acclimatise to it.
Right.
If I leave it in and it starts to hurt,
Yeah.
well, then it's too hot. But I try and get it in, which is bad for your balls, by the way.
Yeah, is it?
Yes, very.
I'm sure it
yes,
is.
Very. But
That's
then
the part.
I have 5 kids, so I had no problem in that aspect.
You have 5 kids.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Have your balls stayed the same size all the way through?
You know what? I've never really looked.
Yeah. Wonder do they get smaller after each
child?
No. I think they've
my
got,
balls are huge.
I think they're dropping. I think they're getting bigger, more like not more solid, but they're definitely.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Now you have to be careful when you sit down. I remember when I was a kid, and I used to see those people. They'd sit down too fast. I go, that never happens. That's
here's something that people. Here's something that people never say on a podcast. Yeah. All right, back to COVID.
I was like, let's get away.
Back to the main point here.
I wanted to get away.
I see what you were doing. I see what you were doing. Yeah.
Wash the hands. Get on to the chair.
We were going round and roundabout, and Dan, we were just about veer off, and I see Dan goes, "I know, we'll keep going right."
Do you? Do you use bath bombs?
No, I'm not that soft.
No, you're not.
No. The odd time, if it was there, I'd throw it in. But
yeah.
The kids used to have bath bombs where you threw the bath bomb in, and then in the middle of it was like a plastic dinosaur. Or
no way. Where'd you get them?
Yeah.
Just at home on your own.
Yeah.
It's for the kids.
Yeah.
I had a bath. I was in Tenerife there for 3 days.
Right.
Yes.
Not enough. It's too long of a flight over for that.
Okay.
Oh,
how far is the flight?
The hotel was brutal. 4.5, 5 hours.
What? Really?
Yeah, but it's my fault. See, I always go for the cheapest.
Yeah.
And there was a bath. There was no aircon. The aircon was hot. It was.
See
what they do is they stop putting coolant in the system during the winter, I think, because to save money.
Yeah.
So, I think the seasonal times in these places like Tenerife and Lanzarote and Malta or whatever, they're yet to catch up with the demand of people going on holidays. So they have less staff, less amenities in the hotel. Like the aircon it's totally not working. And then I wanted to have a bath. I don't have a bath in my house.
Yeah.
So I look in the bath. There's no fucking plug in it. Someone robbed it or something.
Fuck.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Why would you be at that?
Yeah. There's some.
Who takes that?
What's they call them? What they call people that take stuff?
Kleptomaniac, is it?
Yeah. It's fucking. So I
maybe they'd lost the one at home and they were like, yes,
could be.
Maybe.
Brilliant.
Cleaner was outside anyway, and I says, "Here, come in here for a sec."
Did you bring her in?
Yeah. She goes, no. I said, no, look. No plug. Oh, reception will have that. So I hunted down went to reception. He's like, oh, bat plug. He goes, put it in your bum. I was like, no, bat plug. He started messing as if I was saying butt plug. He's like, his name was Ignacio, funny bastard. I never seen a funny Spanish fella at a hotel reception. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, the bat plug. I was like, no, bath. He goes, oh, no bum. I was like, no. And anyway, they got me one. It's fucking the ordeal of it though.
Yeah, they probably didn't want people running that much water.
No.
Exactly. Maybe.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. Again,
Welsh bat.
cutbacks.
Oh, 100%.
Cutbacks, yeah.
I'm telling you.
Passport control on the way over. It was one fella at the thing, and it was fucking jammed. It took 2 hours or something to get through passport control.
Really?
So all the way through from the airport to the hotel to some of the bars were closed.
What country owns it?
Spain.
Yeah, so it'll be in the EU.
It is. It's beside North Africa. There though, that's where it's located. So lovely and warm though.
Might have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
But go on about booking cheap flights. It's never worth it.
No.
Never worth it unless it's like to Ireland, to England.
Yeah.
We booked. Thinking we'd save a few pounds, we booked our flights. The only thing we had to pay for our tour of Australia was our own flights in and out of Australia. All the internal flights were covered with the ticket sales and everything like that from the only thing we had to pay for was the actual flights down and back again. Even the flights to New Zealand and back again were all to do with the promoting company. So we thought we'd saved a couple of €1,000 here by getting these like connecting flights, okay, instead of going straight down. Never, if you're going that far, never get connecting flights ever. Not just one, but we got two.
Right.
Because we had a week to do in Dubai. We had a couple of shows in Dubai first.
Nice.
Yeah, so we thought we'd break up the journey. So we organised a couple of shows in Dubai so that we'd break the journey up down to Australia. Got to Dubai, all right. So from Dubai to Australia, we had to stop in 2 connecting flights. That's right. Our flights to Dubai were paid for. So all we had to pay for was our flights from Dubai to Australia.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then we got 2 connecting flights in between. We still saved €3,000. But the thing is, if we had looked properly, our flight from Dublin straight to Australia was the exact same price as the flight from Dubai.
Right.
Dubai to Australia. Okay, so we're not where you didn't actually save anything. And Dubai was lovely and everything like that, but it wasn't worth the money we got for doing the couple of shows there. Because it is what it is. It's a very soulless city.
What was it like doing the show there? What was the venue like?
It was a disaster. But really and truly, all they wanted us there was for pictures and pints.
Right.
That's basically it. If we'd realised that in the beginning, we wouldn't have put so much effort into the show.
Right.
People weren't listening.
No way.
They were mad. All they wanted was pints and pictures.
Right.
Yeah. So it wasn't really a common.
So who organised it then?
Fibbers to Dubai. Fibbers group.
Right.
So the people that own Fibbers, all the chains of Fibbers in Ireland and Dubai, and maybe 1 or 2 in England, they organised it, paid us.
I didn't know they had a thing like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same as McCaffrey's. So
Fibbers is a chain of Irish bars across the world.
Yeah,
Wow.
and McCaffrey's as well, the same. So they're kind of rivals.
Yeah.
One of the things was we could only drink in Fibbers pubs when we were in Dubai. That couldn't be seen in McCaffrey's pubs.
Way.
But
Did you put on a hat?
It'd be vice versa.
Yeah.
There's only like 8 bars in Dubai.
No way.
And they all have to be attached to a hotel. But getting to the flight from Dubai to Australia, it was disastrous. It was probably a cheap airline. I think it was different airlines.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The first flight might have been Emirates or one of them. And that was grand.
Yeah, Emirates is good.
Yeah. But then when we got as far as Kuala Lumpur first, then it was a different flight. It was like Balti Airlines.
So from Dubai to Kuala Lumpur?
To Kuala Lumpur was grand.
Then to Australia.
But the thing is, our flight in Dubai was delayed by about 2 hours, and we had to be pretty sharp every time we were getting to an airport.
That's stressful.
Very stressful.
Yeah.
Lucky enough, the flight on the other side in Kuala Lumpur was delayed a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So we were able to get on it.
And did you know that in time to relax a little bit?
When we got to the airport, we seen
right.
it. First thing we seen, so we relaxed a little
days.
bit. And that was fine. We'd made up the time that we had lost for our next flight it was a strange name of an airport, but it was actually Bali. No mention of Bali on any of the signage or anything like that. When we got into this airport, it was like Shakhtar something or other. And that's probably wrong, but it was Bali anyway. Bali. And we got to the thing and we're like, that's fine. So we're sitting on the runway in Kuala Lumpur and we're there and wait to take off. We were there an hour and 3/4.
Right.
So that's like
sitting on the plane.
We're like, that's put us way back behind again.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
so
God.
we got to Bali. Your man put the foot down. He actually did get there a little bit earlier than we were expecting after the delay. So we're like, if we're very efficient, we'll get there, no problem at all. But in this airport in Bali, we weren't told any of this. You needed to fill a visa to go from one end of the airport to the other end to get the external flights. It was nuts.
Oh my God.
And a complete money shakedown. All we did was basically give €35 for this waiver to get to the other side of the airport. And we were still an hour to get the flight from Bali to Australia, which was the shortest of the journeys. And we were there, we were 58 minutes to the boarding, right? Got as far as the desk. Yoann looks, a big screech on her face. Yoann looks at her watch and she's like, you've missed it. I said, it's an hour away. No, it's 58 minutes. You should be here. You should be here.
This is the check-in?
1 hour, and the check-in.
For the final leg of the flight?
Final, it was, oh my God, what's the name? It was like an Australian
2 minutes.
Quantum or something.
Something star. No, quantum or grand. Something star.
I'd love if it was
I
Lone
forget.
Star. Wasn't that the cowboy horse?
Could have been Lone Star.
The Texas
I
Lone Star.
I can't remember
Star.
what it was.
Yeah.
And I said, "Are you joking?" She said, "No, the gates are closed." I said, "It's an hour away." She said, "Yeah, well, it's a 10-minute walk to the gate." And I'm like, "We've an hour." I was raging. At this stage, I was tired as well. Really fucked off. The two boys were like, they didn't know what to do. I said, I'm not moving.
So it was a French toast on Maloney, was it?
Yeah. I was raging. I wasn't going to leave the desk. And she said, you're going to have to wait until the next flight. And I said, when is the next flight? 24 hours from now. I said, are you joking? She said, no, 24 hours from now. There's nothing I can do. I said, are you nuts? I said, the flight is an hour away.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't. And she had this grief on her face. And I just wanted to, I just hoped that she banged her knee off the table when she got out.
No, take it easy, will you?
I was
not on this podcast.
I was raging.
We're gonna get banned.
I was raging.
She stubbed her toe.
I hope the next shite she had was a hedgehog.
Whoa, everybody.
This is getting extreme.
The boys eventually calmed me down, and they brought me away, and I said, "Listen, we'll go into the city." And I said, "I'm not going into the city." I was raging. I said, "I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to move from this fucking spot." And next thing they were looking at, this is Bali, man. I was like, I don't give a shit where it is. But fuck me, the next 24 hours are the best 24 hours.
Really? Yeah. Bali's amazing.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's the number one place for
I've
Aussies.
been to
Yes,
Bali.
yes, I can see why.
I've
Everything
been
is so dirt cheap.
Is it?
Dirt cheap. 50 cents for a pint, if that.
Yeah.
20 cents for an oyster, fresh oyster, that's literally out of the water.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's nuts.
But I was planning to go in March, but I can't afford to at the moment. But I think I'm going to go and just to do
the only
surfing.
thing that you need to actually pay for is the flight.
Yeah,
and even the accommodation. We got 2 unbelievable rooms, ensuite rooms, for like €48 for the two rooms.
Yes,
so,
unbelievable.
€24 for the night.
Yeah, Southeast Asia is the best place in the world.
Pool, yeah.
How long ago was this?
This year.
Oh, this year.
This is in March.
Lovely.
Oh, or February, March.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get there in 2 flights. In general.
Well, you get there in 2 flights in general, but we made a hames of it.
All right.
Well, I know for again.
What were you drinking there?
A cocktail. We went for the only thing that was expensive in Bali was Guinness.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like €9 or €10.
Did you
and
try
it was
that?
like
Whoa.
but it was shite. And I only tried it to do a video, and it gets worse. Guinness gets worse from once it leaves Dublin to all the way to Australia. It's just shocking. The only place outside of Ireland that it's anywhere close to being like it is at home is Liverpool.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Liverpool
yeah.
good pints?
Yeah, because they ship it over from Dublin to Liverpool. Whereas the other places, it's brought in.
Handy on the ferry, I suppose.
Yeah. Yes.
Over to the Liverpool dock.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes
it's
sense.
so weird that about Guinness, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like it's like people don't understand, even because I don't drink anymore, but I used to drink, and I would only drink Guinness in certain pubs.
Yes.
Like people would be like, "Are you getting a Guinness?" And I'm like, "Not getting a Guinness here. What are you talking about?"
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Like there's good pubs that you go to.
In Ireland, there shouldn't be any difference. It should be either good or very good.
Yeah.
It really should be like that. But it's to get a good pint outside of Ireland is next to impossible. Australia, New Zealand, they tasted like it was rang out of your granny's knickers.
It's the worst.
Oh,
I remember I went for a
right.
job in a bar, and they gave me a free Guinness while I was waiting for the interview, and I spilled it, and I was okay with that.
Yes.
I was like, "Oh no, I knocked it over."
Where was this?
Fine. Scruffy Murphy's,
Okay, but what country?
Sydney,
Yeah,
Australia.
yeah.
Scruffy Murphy's.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because there's a Scruffy Murphy's in New York as well.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
No way. All right. Yeah.
Sydney was brilliant. Australia was brilliant, but the Guinness was shite. The only thing is I've made a rod for my own back. I get served nothing else. If I asked for something else, they wouldn't serve it to me.
Right.
And that's in every Irish bar
Really?
across the world.
Brilliant, because they want you to do
Yes,
a pint.
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
of course they do.
How did that? Do you remember the moment when that started? That I wouldn't call it. You've created a new kind. It's not a catchphrase, kind of. It's
Well, it's a meme. It's a
meme.
video meme. Yeah.
Do you remember the moment when that hit? When you were like,
I do, and it was very strange to me. I tell you exactly, and I've often meant to mention this. I've only mentioned it the odd time in passing. How the whole thing came about was, I liked drinking pints anyway, but I was down in Achill. I brought my daughter Grace down for a soccer game or a Gaelic football game in Achill. Now, if anyone hasn't been to Achill, it's not known for it. It's a beautiful island. It has pubs, one shop, a post office, loads of wilderness, most beautiful beaches in Europe, voted by Lonely Planet. I think the top two in the top two of the top 10 in Europe are there. Beautiful area. It's very windy, very wild. And some fella turned around to me while I was down there, and the pages were starting to take off a little bit, maybe up to 20 or 30,000 at the time.
How long ago were we talking here?
We're talking this is after this is 2022.
Okay, yeah.
Or maybe 23.
A couple of years ago.
22, I'd say. And he turns around to me. I'm at the football game, and it's an underage girls game. And he says, "What are you doing in Achill?" And
what are you doing at the game?
Well, he kind of said, it was like, what do you think? In my head, I was like, what the fuck do you think I'm doing?
Yeah.
You know, I'm here obviously with one of the daughters. I just don't fall around under 10 skirts.
I was thinking.
So I just turned around and I said, I'm down here.
So was he a suspicious local?
No, he wasn't. He actually knew me. The thing is, he knew me from Achill.
Okay,
He worked for my father. He worked for my father for a while. And he came on and I was like, that was the stupidest question I've in my head. So I just turned around and I said, I just came down for shopping. You know, but there's no shopping in Achill. There's no, there's only one shop. And after I was walking away and I was like, down here for shopping for creamy pints. And I went away and I'm thinking, that's going to be in my video tomorrow. So it was a particularly hot week. And I remember looking out the window, and it was roasting hot. And I was thinking to myself, most countries, it would be roasting hot and nice weather. People will go off and they'll go to the beach or they'll go hiking or running or walking or whatever. What do the Irish do? They go to the beer garden for pints.
Absolutely.
And I opened the window like that and I shouted out, "Smells like a cracker of a day. Could be a good day to go shopping. Shopping for creamy pints." And then I closed the window, stuck it up on TikTok, didn't even check in on it. About 2 hours later, people are sending it back to me. This has gone viral, and within 2 hours, it had like 200,000 views. That was the first one. Wow. So I didn't even put that one up on Instagram or any of the pages, and I was like, fine, that's 100%. That was a great job. And the following Friday, then. People were started to text the page, when's the next creamy pint video? And I was like,
wow.
I said, what are you talking about? The one that you done at this stage has gone over a million. You're like, a million. I was like, I didn't even think this was a thing. So that's when I done the next creamy pint video, and it just snowballed from there and there and there. Yeah. And I done I've actually just after doing a Black Friday shopping one today, shopping for creamy pints for the first time in ages, and that'll do its thing again. So every Friday it has this community around the world now that are just waiting for it every Friday. So when I do it, usually around between 1 and 2 in Ireland, that's hitting early morning America and Australia, then it's evening time. So
wow.
Yeah. It matters when I put it up as well. They're waiting for it.
Right. So there could be guys in the pub at night in Australia going, the creamy pints are coming, lads.
Yes.
That is unbelievable.
And that's why you look into every creamy pint video that I've done, the shares on it are astronomical. You're talking up to 10, 20, I think one of them is 150,000 shares.
Wow.
Yeah, nuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it all came from that guy saying to you.
It all came from that guy, John McNamara, actually. I've never told him. John McNamara just came up to me and said, what are you doing down here? And I was watching could have been 10 or 12 at the time.
Yeah.
A Gaelic football game with the girls. And I was like, that's the most stupid question I've ever been asked. But I answered it in the best way I could. And from that's where the creamy pint videos came from.
Amazing. Amazing. Great story.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
It's just a niche. It's just a niche that people grabbed onto, and I just keep going with it. But like that as well. I've made a rod for my own back. If what I should do is go around on one particular day with different shirts keep changing them, and have about 20 of them lined up.
Oh, great idea.
But remember as well, they have to be, if it's Black Friday, it has to, they all have to be relevant.
Yeah.
So on Christmas Day it'll be a different day, or if something happens, like I remember doing this one. I was doing 5 marathons in 5 days at the beginning of the year, which we do every year for charity. And it was the first week in January, and we were doing the marathons, and it was Friday, and I was like, I didn't do a Creamy Pint video today, but people that are following the page know that I'm in the middle of doing 5 marathons in 5 days. They'll forgive me. And next thing, it was the darts were on, and Luke Littler was won the world championship, or whichever one he's with, Sky or whatever. And it was about 10:30 at night, way too late to usually do a Creamy Pint video. But I was winding down from doing the marathon. I think we were in the 3rd marathon that day, the 3rd marathon in a row.
Yeah.
And I just wound down. There was a couple of Guinnesses in the fridge, and there was a pint glass there. And I just out of my head, I just went like, that lad could throw. I'm good at throwing myself. Throwing some creamy fucking pints into me. 1 million views by the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ran, and now the most amazing part of that story is you ran 5 marathons in a row.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't have been the longest we'd ran. We'd done 5 marathons before, and they were ultra marathons, whereas these were just marathons.
And when you say we,
except from Peter Cassidy, French Touched.
No way.
Yeah. So I need to get back doing it again. With the touring, the only problem with the touring and the shows is you're drinking a lot, and you don't get the same training in, and
amazing.
It's just, yeah. So I want to set a goal again. I don't think I'd ever do it the first week in January again. It's very tough. People aren't gone back to work. They're still in that, that lethargic mode after Christmas. I'd like to maybe leave it to the end of January, February. So, and to train for it as well. It takes a lot of.
What could be the healthy alternative you could do?
Yeah.
Is there a healthy alternative? Lovely day for a bit of wet. Fucking water.
Could be. People say, well, why don't you do the 0-0 Guinness? And I was like, nah. I've said what all I've said I had to say on 0-0 Guinness.
Well, there's a weird thing happening at the moment where they have Guinness and they have 0-0, and they're mixing the two.
Worse.
So they have a mild
That's
Guinness.
That's worse. I still have to do the video on that.
Oh, you're gonna do one.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Good.
Look forward to it.
100%.
Yeah.
That's worse.
Well, how far in are we there, lads? Can you see the time?
We're 43 minutes.
43, yeah. Should we
look at the time?
I'll bring that's fucking mad origin
Great
stories.
story.
Something like so big can come from one little moment.
Yeah.
Quite inspiring.
Yes, yeah. It's like all great things that probably come by accident and trial and error. Look at Fleming and penicillin. It was purely by accident. He was trying to search for something else. So.
Yeah. You and penicillin, very similar. I'm only slagging.
Yes, of course.
But you said a lot of hard work as well.
Oh,
so
yes.
You graft, obviously.
Yes. With that as well, I have an awful habit of not saying no, hence the reason I'm here.
You watched this, you went, that's
I did,
brilliant.
Yeah, so I had to be on this.
I'm actually going to be giving my podcast a shout out.
Yeah. Yes.
I won't be like, do you have anything to shout out there, Stephen? Like, this is the Dan Stevens show and he's here.
No, it's so I literally I could be gone sometimes from the house. I'd say my own bed, I've seen it about 20 times this year.
No way.
Yeah, just with touring and doing shows and stuff like that. But I love it. I do need
good for you.
I do need
and
to
100
learn.
women's beds, I'd say.
I'll
cut that out.
I'm not like that at all.
5 kids though. Your balls work.
Yeah,
They do work.
5 kids and 3 fantastic women. 5 brilliant kids.
You're doing your duty to humanity.
Yeah,
good man.
Have you not finished yet?
Just sounds like a
12 kids.
I'm not a woman.
Yes. Yeah.
You said a very funny thing to me yesterday on the phone. He says, I said, Jesus, sure, there's a spare room there, And
yes.
And he says, I have a friend there, and no offence to Anne, but she's a lot better looking than you.
I did say that.
I have a friend in the area. She's not better looking than you. Fucking class. But there's something about being unapologetically yourself that is very appealing to people.
Yes, 100%. People want real.
You know?
Real people want real people.
Yeah.
And it's taken me this long to figure out that I was always the notion that you need this killer punchline at the end of your video or during your video. But sometimes people just want the connection, the human connection, and they want it. They don't mind if there's no major punchline to it, as long as you're being real. You know, be what did Martin Maloney once say? Be entertaining or informative. You know, basically they're the two main things, and after that, people will attach themselves.
And if you can do both, that's even better. That's what
I try to bring to the government rants or serious issues. I try and bring a bit of humour to it as well.
You have to be feeling it though. Like,
100%.
You can't pretend to be feeling something that you're not.
Yes, and I've actually started my own podcast up at the minute, so that delves into the more human side of everything.
That's zero bucks given.
Zero bucks given, yeah.
So when you say the human element, is that still with sorry, I didn't mean to cut over you there. Zero bucks given. Do you mean the human element dealing with these controversial issues, or just the human element of being a human in this world that we live in?
A bit of both. Like the reason I probably attack the government so much is they've shown no human sympathy, empathy, compassion. It's black and white. Cross your T's, dot your I's, and that's it. There's no grey area for emotions or how society is or how human emotions or how human people work and react.
I would agree in a large part with that. Yeah, it's it's a difficult one. You see, I try not to get involved in this because I don't have a straight answer for these things. Unlike yourselves, who have very strong opinions, I don't.
Yeah.
I understand maybe that happens as a result of we need to do this and we only have a certain amount of money really to spread across.
Yes.
But that human element, I think you're very right there. I think Ireland gets it right in a lot of ways. Like we have the universal social charge and we pay for people who are stuck.
Yes.
A lot of other countries don't do that.
Yes.
So I think that's a positive on our side.
Yeah.
But I think we might lose that in time.
But also there's so much waste. We're seeing so much waste. On top of everything else, over lockdown, I had a contract with a company that worked for the HSE. And I was in the ICU, so I seen everything firsthand.
Oh, right. Okay.
And this was before lockdown. I got this job fumigating rooms in all the hospitals in Connacht. Now it was mostly Castlebar because it's the biggest one in Connacht, Bar Galway General. So I was in there nearly every day. But during lockdown there was stages of times when I was in it 13 times in one day. But I got paid for every single time. And I like a nice whack. Every time I got a phone call, it was a nice whack of money. And I got 13 phone calls in the one day. So every time you got a call, that's you're paid. And it was like, instead of me I'd be just out the door and maybe just home when I'd be called back again. But so much waste. No thought. No one's talking to each other.
No.
There's too many chefs and they're spoiling the broth.
Yeah.
And that's just that one hospital. I'm sure it's the same in all the hospitals. And the staff are fantastic. It's maybe the people above them that are just don't know anything what they're really doing.
Yeah. So my sister's an ICU nurse, and their own, even it doesn't matter about COVID or anything, COVID included, but ever since she's been doing it 10 years, the stuff that she deals with at St James's Hospital, there's 20 times things worse than COVID in there.
Yes.
People going in with gunshot wounds.
Yes.
Fucking people that are trying to end their own life, and the horror that she has to deal with in there, and then all of a sudden, I found that during that time the spotlight was on them then unfairly, because it is the people above that are making all the decisions, and that give the permission and sign the form to release the funds, and they decide where it goes. And it's just
do you think people went after the ICU nurses? I think, in my eyes, I see them as heroes. Always I would see nurses and doctors in situations like that.
There was a group of people that were saying that they were complicit in the jab and everything like that. Yeah. But they were only doing their job. They were
exactly.
Unbelievable.
Exactly.
And it's weird because in those areas, not just ICU but emergency wards, they can get weird stuff in there too. It's not just like gunshots.
No.
Yeah.
Like I went to ICU because I wrecked my ankle, and there was another guy in there because he broke 3 toes slipping on his dog's shite.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we were both in the
yes.
hospital along with
Yes.
someone who was dying beside us.
Smell of
We're
shit.
like,
off
I
it.
hurt my ankle because I was drunk, and
Yeah.
he's like, I slipped on dog shit, you know.
Well,
And then there's someone with the crazy
anytime
disease.
I was in hospital, they've always been unbelievable to me. You know, I had the aneurysm when I was 31, the heart attack when I was 28. So
Yeah.
yeah,
A heart attack and an aneurysm, and now you run 3 marathons,
yeah. Well,
5
it
marathons
was
in a row.
from the heart attack that I started getting into the fitness,
Yeah.
and the fittest day I ever was. Then I had to bleed on the brain.
Wow.
So, but that all changed my life.
That's
like,
amazing.
everything.
That's the same as Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got septic
Yes.
arthritis in my left knee and
Right.
fucking similar stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you're on the brink
Yes.
and then you kind of come out of it with a
Yeah.
purpose
Yeah. With a
or a
purpose.
clarity
Yeah.
or a kind of a I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you had 3 big ones there.
Oh, 3 big ones, yeah. Well, I fractured my skull when I was 21. That was the first major incident, but that was kind of self-inflicted.
How did that one happen?
That was drinking. We were on our way over to Manchester,
Yeah.
and as the girl that I went over to, it was with her father I was going over to Manchester with. I ended up having a beautiful child with her, Grace, since. But we went over, and the boat journey had been delayed, and we went back into the city drinking, mad drinking. Myself, Mick, and my uncle Martin, and I was drinking Smithwick's and vodka. I'll never forget it, mixed
Oh,
What?
Jesus.
in the same glass.
Why?
But on why is a good
Is there a
question.
name for that drink?
No, a madness. Madness.
A madness.
Yeah.
It's now been named.
Yes,
right?
yes,
The
madness.
madness.
Jeez, I haven't told this fucking story in years. So we're in the Brazen Head.
Great.
That's
pub.
exactly where we were. So
Great pub.
yeah, we're drinking, and I'll never forget the evening as well. This is where my memory starts to go. But
So this is in Dublin in the Brazen Head.
this is in Dublin.
Yeah.
There was this student, I'll say, and he was surrounded by. You'd be forgiven for saying he was a bit of a left-hand drinker, maybe.
What does that mean?
Shirt lifter, back actor, merchant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was gay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And no offense, and he was making this job at this Guinness, and he'd make this mad burst for it. He'd be like,
Tiny little
and
sip.
then drop it down again.
Yeah.
Really tiny sip, but he was like, he'd done it about 10 times and he still hadn't broke down to the harp.
Right.
It was unbelievable. It was so funny to watch. That's the last memory I have. But then apparently we were running to the car, and I ran, myself and my uncle, who's only 3 years older than me. We had this thing since we were kids, who was going to get in the front seat. But I got to the front door first, and I was waiting there. The keys, obviously, it wasn't open. And I had my hands in my pockets, and he came down running as well, jokingly, kind of went for the elbow, but I had my
Yeah.
hands in my pockets.
So you couldn't.
And I went straight forward, cracked me skull, and off the curb. But I didn't know we'd cracked it. We didn't know I had a fractured skull. They threw me into the back of the car. We were heading for the boat. I didn't wake up until we were nearly in Liverpool. And when I did, then I was sick everywhere. But it was concussion, but we didn't realise it.
Oh,
I thought it was just I was
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just drunk, but it was concussion. I stayed in bed for 3 days. 3 days. I tried to go to a hospital in Rochdale outside of Manchester, but I was there for like 4 hours and I couldn't hack it anymore. The pain in my head was just too much. I walked out and they brought me back to Castlebar, and eventually I went into Castlebar and they said, "You've internal bleeding on the brain."
No way.
Yeah.
Mad.
So I'd fractured my skull.
What's the recovery like from that?
They
How
did-
long is it?
They wanted to send me up to Beaumont, and I'd say more embarrassed than anything. I signed myself out.
Of course
Yeah,
you did.
I
Of
did,
course
and
you
I
did.
just healed at home.
I went for a run. Did you?
Yeah, no, well,
just let it heal.
no, I wasn't running at that
Yeah.
time. It was when I had the heart problem that I got back into the run.
But yeah, you just
Did
have to lock yourself in a dark room. Sorry,
Yeah.
to block out the light.
Yes,
Is that right?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
jeez.
As long as it was quiet and I was pitch black, I'd be fine. As soon as either or, and I'd be going stone crazy.
Yeah, and it's quite serious because we joke, you got a concussion, but concussion is a serious thing, really serious. Yeah.
Oh, some people never rugby players suffer badly from it for years afterwards.
Wow. So it's a bleed on the brain.
Yeah. Well, that was then, and then I had a natural bleed on the brain then when I was 31.
Wow.
So that was the one where I was in dead. I preached it, read me my last rites in hospital in Castlebar. Beaumont got the facts or whatever, the scan of my brain. They said, send them up, see what we can do. They brought me back to life. That's 100%. It was in the papers and everything.
Did you see anything when you went?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I seen the light. Now, a lot of people say it's the light of the theatre and that when they operated, but I definitely got messages that I couldn't explain. And when I did explain them, the people that I explained them to, who I was specifically given to, said there's no way you could have known that.
No way.
Yep.
So you received messages while you were basically
messages while I was there. Yeah. I definitely have talked about this.
Told these people.
Who would you say they come from? Those messages.
I don't. One of the messages was this was an easy one, and it was the same week as it was Easter 2016. So it was the 100-year commemoration. It was Easter weekend of the 1916 Rising.
Wow.
So one of the messages was to my grandmother, who's very religious, still with us today. But she's with us for another few years.
Absolutely.
And that was to say that all her prayers have always been answered. The power of her prayers have always been heard, and that was important. But then there was one particular story I was told to tell the girl I was seeing at the time, and I was with her at this stage for about 2 years. Tell her mother that your visits to the grave have always been appreciated, and there was a couple of other things in it that only she would have known.
Wow.
And when I told it to her, she had never told anyone about this visit to the grave. It was to a young person that had died, very, very young, and she went to visit that grave because she was a long time dead, but there was always a bit of in where she was from a bit of a question mark over the death of this young person.
Right, okay.
And it was put down as an accident, but there was always queries about that. And she always used to visit the grave, and there was no way. She never told anyone, not even her husband. She used to go, and when I said it. So, yeah.
Jesus, that give you a new sense of reality or of life.
Yeah. So, and the other one was... they were trying to tell me who really shot Michael Collins, but I put that down to the fact that it was 1916 Easter Rising commemoration. Okay. So, and they kept telling me 45 Sandymount Lane. So there you go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're still with us. You're a very interesting man.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah. Very interesting. I'm not very up to date with people and stuff, so I'm learning as I talk to you, which I like, you know.
Yes. Oh, that's the way I prefer.
Because I keep myself in a little bubble almost away from social media. It affects me too much, you know.
Oh, if the thing is, again, if I could come away, it's addictive. It's addictive just as much as drink or alcohol is. There's a reason that the things are blue and red. You know, the Craics and the likes and everything like that. It's to play with your brain.
Really? Wow.
So it's an addictive thing. It's like a dopamine hit, and I'd love to get off the wheel.
Yeah.
I really would.
Of the social media?
The whole thing, yeah. If I could just do the videos, not even look at the algorithms.
Yeah.
But because I'm my own boss on it, it's hard not to.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Amazing stories.
We're gonna one more thing. I'll ask you a couple of things now. What are we doing here? So Jason's gone through most of it here, but advice for young cowboys.
For young cowboys, and young cowgirls, I would say believe in yourself. Now, don't wait and believe in yourself in a few years. If you're just do it, make a plan, stick to it, believe in yourself. You are incredibly talented, and if it makes you happy, go with it. No matter what you are. Or what you want to do, just believe in yourself and take a chance at it. No matter what you're doing, if there's haters out there, it's because they'd love to be in the position and have the confidence to do it from the beginning. So just do it.
Don't wait.
Just do it. Yeah, don't wait.
Don't wait. Just do it.
And Another thing that I would say is never put off a phone call, whether that be to pay a bill. If you can't pay it, ring them and say can't pay it. It's the same with everything like that. Never put off, because you're only making things worse. If you get into financial difficulty or you're mentally not in a great place, make the phone call straight away. Stub it out from the beginning and come to some arrangement, come to some sort of backup plan. No matter what it is, get the phone call in. Be proactive rather than reactive.
Great advice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, I think that's a good place to leave it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you, Stephen.
Thank you very much, Lance.
Brilliant.
Thanks
Lovely
very
to
much
meet
for
you, man.
agreeing
Well
with
done.
Great.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks as usual, Dylan.
Yeah, and thank you,
Yeah,
Dan.
good man.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, look at
Cheers,
this.
Stephen.
Now we're gonna have a good Schroeder.
Let's finish him off. Anyway, this has been the Dan Stevens Show. Thanks very much for listening and watching. Give 5 stars on Spotify. Follow, share, like and subscribe on YouTube. Thanks as always to anyone new. You're very welcome, and thanks for joining us. And once again, thank you, Stephen.
Where can we find you, Stephen?
You
Just
can
real
find
quick.
me at $3 Left, Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, and now my most proudest social media platform, $0 Given Podcast.
Fabulous.
Check it out, guys.
Great chatting to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Ooh.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah,
Nice.
perfect.
Yeah.
They're very good. Very
Good.
good. Very free flowing. Yeah.
Yeah. You like that, do you?
Oh, I
Yeah.
do. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
good. You have great stories. It's lovely.